I have returned, and I'm glad you're here. You know me. You know me as the guy who's the Christian. He makes the videos for the atheist who type in atheist on YouTube, sort by new. We get this guy, he's not even an atheist, but at least we can have some conversations that are kind of interesting, but his whole rule is no debate, because that's not fun, that's boring. It's actually more challenging and interesting and engaging to not debate with someone that you fundamentally disagree with. So what can we agree on? I think this is a very interesting topic. So there's a Venn diagram that exists in the world, both globally and locally. The Venn diagram, on one side we've got immoral, and on the other side we have illegal. And often there's an overlap, that most people agree that certain things are immoral and therefore they should be outlawed, therefore they are illegal. There's an overlap, but for a lot of things there's not. There's a lot of things that a lot of people believe are immoral, but they're not illegal. That happens all across the world. And I think that's interesting. I think that we should discuss that part that we can definitely agree on. So I'll give you some examples about my own perspective on this, just to kind of really color in this idea. So for example, me personally, I morally oppose abortion. Personally. With that being said, in the United States, abortion has been legal for a long time. Now, do I really think that that's ever going to change, even if we vote for a president that's 100% against abortion and he's just going to reverse it? And he has 2 terms, so for 8 years, abortion is illegal. You better believe what would happen. The next term, it'd be made legal again. So I get it. I morally, personally oppose abortion. But I get it that it's legal. And there's honestly not a whole lot I can do about that. Despite my personal belief that babies are being killed all day long. Despite my personal belief that actually, that to me personally seems racist, knowing that the fetuses that are being terminated often are from minority backgrounds. To me, that's sad that fetuses are more likely to be aborted if they're minorities. That seems automatically racist to me. And I don't like that. That's one of the many reasons I don't like abortion, that I morally oppose it. But with that being said, I made it very clear I oppose abortion. But it's legal. And I don't have expectations that that's going to change. So a lot of people feel the way I do. But Venn diagram, immoral, but it's legal. You know, now that you heard that, if you're new to these videos, you might think, wow, this guy is like super conservative. Well, let me maybe change your mind a little bit. I'm a libertarian, by the way, not a conservative Republican. Marijuana. For a long, I've never used marijuana, ever. Because it's illegal. And I believe in not messing up my life over some stupid rule about, oh, this is... The fact that it's illegal, I know the whole history on why, and yes, it's got racist roots. It was, as a way to Mexicans, and I know the whole history on the real reasons marijuana is illegal. I know all about that. No one's ever died from marijuana alone. When people die from marijuana, it's only because they had other drugs or alcohol in their system. I know, I'm like an expert on why marijuana is actually illegal. So for me personally, do I believe consuming marijuana is immoral? No. As a Christian, as a libertarian, I do not believe it's immoral. But I recognize that it's illegal. So for me, I do not partake in it because it is illegal. But for me, there's the paradox, marijuana. Immoral? No. Illegal? Yes. Abortion? Immoral? Yes. Legal? Yes. So there's these Venn diagrams. And see, I'm just one person. Those are my opinions. Everybody's got opinions. Certain people can agree on this side. on this side. But then there's other people who believe that abortion is wrong, like I do, but they believe marijuana is immoral and that it should stay illegal. So there's all these Venn diagrams based on people's personal beliefs. And I think that's interesting because it's almost like if it's immoral, it should be illegal. That's not the case. Let's talk about murder. Yes, let's talk about this. Is very interesting. You know that I'm a libertarian, so by default, I'm against war. I am opposed to the fact that the United States is the military of the world. I'm opposed to us fighting wars in other countries and this propaganda that we're fighting for our freedom. I don't believe that. You look at 9/11, who was on that plane that crashed into the Twin Towers? People from Kuwait, not people from Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, all the perceived enemies. No, Kuwait, aren't they kind of like our buddy when it comes to oil? And they were the ones who were in the plane, but we have to go fight for our freedom and get all the people in the country that we already believe that are the wrong ones. I'm against war. I am absolutely against war. And I think, when's the last time the United States was in a war where we were actually truly defending our freedom? I think largely most people would agree that it would be World War II. Then again, there's a lot of shady stuff that happened with World War II. But yes, we won it. In the grand scheme of things, maybe it was all good. But ever since then, it's been like a wannabe war that we're doing. And I think there's a lot of financial reasons why it's, quote, good for business for the United States to always be in war. Not that I agree with it. So morally, I oppose war. But war is murder. But see, a lot of people don't see it that way. Oh, well, we're fighting for our freedom here in the United States. So we're fighting for our freedom. So that's not murder. To me, it's murder. To me, killing another person, especially for the sake of your country, because, so have you seen the movie Vice? I just saw it. Now, I already had these beliefs before I watched the movie, but Vice is one of the best movies I've seen this year. Ultimately, it's this concept that whoever's in political power in the United States, if they say that we need to go with war with that country, then that's, quote, the right thing to do. I don't believe it. I don't believe it's right to go kill people over these political concepts. And again, all the people that died after 9/11, that because all the soldiers that lost their lives in the United States alone, all the civilians that lost their lives over the Twin Towers, the plane hitting them, when the people were from Kuwait, they weren't from the countries that we were attacking. So murder, is it wrong? Murder, don't we agree? Murder, immoral. Murder absolutely should be illegal. Absolutely. If you murder someone, if you have a gun and you shoot someone, you kill them, you should go to prison. Illegal. Unless it's war. If we're in war, then definitely it's okay to kill people because we're fighting for our freedom. So I'm fascinated by that. Such inconsistency. Personal opinions, private opinions about what should be illegal and because it's immoral. But we by default, we as societies, as nations, and globally have concepts of what should be legal and what should not be legal. I'll close with this one. Gay marriage. I understand that gay marriage has been legal for a while now. Granted, President Obama made it legal, but in his second term, in his first term, he was against gay marriage. But popular demand, public opinion, swayed during Obama's time as president. So by the end of the career, he needed to go ahead and make it legal because public opinion had changed on that. Now, you can imagine, Christian, libertarian, what are my thoughts on gay marriage, even though it's legal now? It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me how the United States government perceives marriage, because marriage is a private thing. Why are we inviting Uncle Sam to our wedding, to approve our wedding or not, to approve our marriage? Marriage is up to the individual person on what they perceive that. We can't take the Christian model of what marriage is and say, well, this should be what is legal. No, that's not how it works. People should be able to get married however they want to. in their own belief system. Christianity does not have the exclusive rights to what marriage is. Because if that's the case, then why weren't we worried about people of other religions getting married? It's always seemed like a double standard to me. Now granted, do I believe homosexuality is a sin? Yes, I do believe it's immoral. However, should homosexuality be illegal? No, because how could you even enforce that? And there's a double standard. I also believe premarital sex is immoral. How are you going to make that illegal? There's so many things that I believe are immoral, but I understand we can't make them illegal. Your thoughts as an atheist right here.